All right, we are now live from Santa Cruz, California, broadcasting from Cabrillo College, and I'm Dr. Joe McCullough, and I'm so grateful for you joining me today. I'm going to wait a couple seconds while I'm waiting for more people to join. Please say hello. Hey, Jay Crump Jay, how you doing? Where are people from today? Anybody from outside? We have Allie 112111121. Welcome, Allie. Nice to have you join me. So I'm going to start in about 30 seconds. Until we do, let me give you a quick little background. My name, hey, thank you. You're welcome. Welcome. So my name is Joe McCullough. I'm the physics program chair here at Cabrillo College, and I've created a one-year challenge for myself to broadcast a new scope every single day for an entire year. So let me actually, hey, there we go. Welcome. So anybody who's been following, this is day 5 of my one-year challenge to broadcast a new scope every single day for an entire year. And this is going to be part 3 of a 5-part series on how to achieve any goal. And before we start, let me just say that I know you probably have heard about goal setting and the importance of goal setting before, but let me just tell you, if you can learn how to set and achieve goals, you can pretty much design any kind of life you want to live. Hey, Amanda, welcome. So on the first 2 parts of this series, I talked a little bit about setting SMART goals and a really great strategy. So let me just quickly preview those, actually review those. So first off, anytime you set a goal, you want to make sure your goal is a SMART goal. Now, SMART doesn't mean a not stupid goal. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Hey, Allie, yes, I've been setting goals for the last probably 15 years. I've made every mistake that you can make, and I've also achieved some great goals, and I really want to help you knock down some time and actually achieve your goals faster than before. So real quick review, what is a SMART goal? So S for SMART stands for specific. Specific, as you know, is the opposite of vague. It's really hard for our brain to wrap itself around a vague goal, such as I want to be happier or I want to make more money. Ideally, what you want is you want to actually have a specific goal. So if your goal is I want to be happy, what does it mean to be happy? For somebody, it might be I want to spend more time with my kids. Even spending more time with my kids is a vague goal. How much more time do you want to spend with your kids? Be as specific as possible. If your goal is to be rich, what does that mean to you? Do you want to make $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, or so on? So the S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A measurable goal has an amount or quantity associated with it. So again, if you want to have more time with your kids, how much more time? 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week, set an amount that you can actually know whether or not you've accomplished it. A stands for attainable. You want to set a goal that's not so high that you don't feel like you can attain it. Hey, Ryan, you want to set a goal that's not so low that you're not motivated to do it. Ideally, when you first start setting goals, I recommend setting a goal that you have a 50-50 chance of achieving. 50-50 because you don't want it to be so high that you feel like there's no chance that you can achieve it, and you don't want it to be so low that you get bored with it. So ideally, it's a goal that's a little bit out of reach, but something that you feel like you can attain. R stands for relevant, and this is a big one. One of the big things that you can do for yourself is ask yourself, what's in it for me? And this applies to all areas of life, especially goal setting. If you don't see the personal relevance behind why something is important for you, you're not going to be motivated to follow through. And relevant has to be relevant to you, not because somebody else wants you to achieve it. You're not going to stay motivated to achieve a goal that's for your parents, for your spouse, for a loved one. It has to be something that you personally want to achieve. And then T is for time bound, meaning you want to set a deadline for the goal. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, and we tend to respond well to urgency. Hey, Christina from Brazil, nice for you to join us. So first thing, you want to set a SMART goal. You want it to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. And the second thing I went through is, you want to write it down and post your goals where you can see them every single day. What I like to do, originally, I would write all my goals on Post-it cards and I would post them all over the house. I'd have one on my bathroom mirror, one above my office at school, one above my office at work, someplace where I'm going to see my goals every single day. And this is important because you want your goals to be in your conscious awareness. Because what happens is, let me grab a little prop, there's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. This is the part of our brain that acts like a filter, and it takes all the millions of bits of information that we receive in our senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, and it only lets certain bits of those pieces of information into our conscious awareness. This is why if you've ever bought a new car or bought a new bike or a new something big, you suddenly start to see it everywhere where before you didn't notice. It's because you subtly changed that filter, the reticular activating system, so now it's letting in pieces of information into your conscious awareness that weren't there before. So by posting your goals where you can see them every single day, you're going to constantly be aware of your goals. You're going to start to notice people, places, circumstances, things that are going to help you achieve your goal. Now, what's part 3? And this is a big one. And it sounds so easy and so simple, yet it's actually challenging to do. And that is take action every single day. I'm here right now because I set a big goal for myself to do a new scope every single day for an entire year. So I'm going to be taking action every single day and doing a quick little scope. And to tell you the truth, it's a big goal for me. I have a full-time job. I have a blog. I'm trying to start a speaking career. I have a family. The idea of actually creating a goal like this where I'm getting in front of a camera and talking to people I can't really see every single day for an entire year, it's a pretty big goal. But here's the thing. Used to say that it takes about 21 days to start a habit. Now research is showing it's more like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, depending upon how big the habit. By taking action every single day, you're creating a habit of moving forward to achieving your dreams. And think about this. Let's say you only spent 10 minutes a day working on your goal, but you did that every single day for an entire year, which you would get after 10 minutes a day, every single day for an entire year. That's 61 hours in a year. Imagine how much progress you could make if you spent 61 hours working towards your goal. And that's just 10 minutes a day. Even better is, let's say you spent half hour a day working on your goal. A half hour a day for an entire year is about 183 hours in a year of working towards your goal, towards your dream. That's like 40 hours a week where you're working intently and focused on your goal. Imagine that, 180 hours in an entire year. It doesn't matter how big your goal is. If you spent 180 hours working towards achieving it, just imagine how much you could accomplish. So that's really it for day 3, or at least part 3 of this 5-part series. Step 1, make sure your goal is a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Part 2, post your goals where you can see them every single day. The more you see it, the more it's going to be in your awareness, the more you're going to start to notice things and people and circumstances that are going to help you achieve your goal. And then step 3 is take action every single day. It doesn't have to be this enormous action. It could literally be 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day times 365 days, you're going to be putting in a ton of time. That works out to about 61 hours a year. And let's say you put in 30 minutes a day. Now, if you really have a big goal, a half-hour day is not that much to ask. Working towards one of your dreams for 30 minutes a day, at the end of a year, you're going to have about 183 hours of work towards your goal. And that's just 1 year. Let's say you keep doing it. There's nothing you can't accomplish with consistent, focused, directed effort. Well, that's really it. I'm going to keep it short today, but I want to just quickly, if you have any questions, type in a question and I'll be happy to answer it. If not, then I will see you tomorrow and I'll give you part 4 of this 5-part series of how to achieve any goal. For those of you still with me, quickly, my name is Dr. Joe McCullough. I am the best-selling author of Accelerated Learning Techniques for Students. I teach physics at Cabrillo College in Santa Cruz, California, and for the last decade, I have been obsessed with the brain and how people learn and how we can get the most out of this 3 pounds of cells that we use to think and achieve everything. And I'm going to share with you over the next year some life hacks, some things that we know about the brain, how you can use what we know about the brain to learn more in less time, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're a student, doesn't matter if you're retired, everybody's brain works about the same, and there's certain techniques, certain rules, certain things that we can do that are going to speed us along on our road to learning any subject. So stay with me. I would love for you to join me on this 1-year journey. If you're liking this, please swipe to the right, follow me, and I guarantee you that the next year is going to be an exciting adventure. Not only am I going to share with you some accelerated learning techniques, some things that we know about the brain, but also some of the... What is the name of your book? Thank you for asking. It's Accelerated Learning Techniques for Students. You can find it on Amazon.com and on Barnes & Noble. I'm proud to say that it ended up being a #1 bestseller on Kindle store in 7 different countries. And in fact, sometime during this next year, I'm going to share with you how you can become a bestseller too if you have a book that you want to publish in the Kindle store, which I highly recommend. So before I sign off, are there any questions that I can ask? Any questions that I can answer about goal setting? No? Okay, well, thank you so much for joining. I would love to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about step 4 in my 5-part series on how to achieve any goal. Signing off from Santa Cruz, California, I'm Joe McCullough. Thank you for joining. And